Tonight, laughter echoes from beyond the grave in a California mansion. A cemetery worker hears phantom weeping amongst the tombstones. A mysterious cryptid is caught on camera in Colorado, and a CIA document alleges Russian soldiers were turned to stone by a UFO. From summoned spacecraft to supernatural fires and spectral stand up comedy, these are the stories they don't want you to hear. But we've got them right here on the Paranormal 60 News. Good evening and welcome, my darklings, and where are my minty mouth minions? Oh, you know who you are. You've been buying Zellman's mints. Why? Because your old pal Dave told you to, and you want to fight off the demon that is bad breath. Well, I've got the cure for it right here. Let's exorcise the bad breath and bring in the good breath. All you need to do is get yourself some Zellman's, and I've got a link for it on today's program guide. Shake 2 or 3 into the palm of your hand, pop them into your mouth, and let the magic of Zellman's do its work. It'll immediately burst into your mouth with a refreshing, clean flavor. And once the candy coating is gone, swallow down the caplets that are filled with a special oil mixture. And did I mention it's gluten-free? This is going to go right to the root of bad breath problems, and it's going to help you smell better wherever you are. And it's so small and compact and stores a lot in it. You can just hit it right in your hip pocket, pop it out when you need it, and the next thing you know, you're kissably fresh. That's why I like Zellman's. Why do you like Zellman's? Have you ordered some? If you have, send me a picture of you with your Zellman's, and you can send them to Dave at paranormal60.com. Now, let me help you save some money. If you go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins.com /P60. That's Zellmans.com /P60. You'll be able to save 15% off your first order. Go check it out. Take advantage of the deal. You're going to thank me. Speaking of thanking me, let's bring on the Paranormal 60 News crew. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the paranormal detective and author of many books. He is Greg Lawson. Good evening, Greg.
Hey, old buddy Dave. Thanks a lot for that. I'm very appreciative.
Well, you are an amazing author. And in case people don't know this, you've written many books, including Roswell.
Look at that.
The After Action Report. You've also got one of my favorites, Diaries of a Paranormalist, Experiences with Death. And then if that's not enough, you've got Messages from Mothman.
Crazy.
Yeah, great books. You can find those books. Go get Greg Lawson's books right on Amazon or wherever you purchase your favorite books, and make sure to rate and review them as well. We are watching, and maybe the best rated one will get an automatic win of Greg's next book. You don't know. Wow. It could happen. Maybe it won't.
Yeah.
I shouldn't speak out of turn. What are you drinking tonight, Greg?
Hey, man. Chachi for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
He knew that I was out of Jameson Orange. Therefore, he sent me a case of these.
A case?
He's Chachi, man.
I forgot. Yeah, that's some class right there.
Huh?
See, next time I got to be careful what I got to tell him I'm out of. Like I'm like, oh, I'm all out of Nutty Buddy bars. He sent me a box of Nutty Buddy bars.
Yeah, see what he does.
Should have been like, oh, I need expensive Jameson.
And well, these things. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's just like Sunny D. If you like getting up in the morning and drinking a big hot heaping steaming bowl of Sunny D, well, that's too long.
That sounds gross, actually. Let's bring on our drink provocateur. I don't know if that's a real thing. The one, the only tea that is sweet with her microphone off. Let's see if she'll switch that before she tries to speak to us. Sweet Tea, welcome to the program.
Hi. You know what I'm out of right now?
What?
So many $100 bills. They're all gone, and I don't know how to replace them. So I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know how I'm going to.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Although I do hear he's got a really good printer. Maybe he could just
Oh.
start scanning and printing. I don't know. But all the $100 bills are going to have Chachi's face on it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. What are you drinking tonight, sweetie?
It's been a week. So I just put some water enhancer and some vodka, and let's see what happens.
You put some water enhancer.
Yeah, you know, like the
In
powder
vodka.
packets you put in a bottle of water. I just put that straight in the
It's dehydrated
middleman.
water in powder form.
Yep.
So you've become the lazy college student where it's even too much effort to pour Coke or something else into the glass. You just pour dry powder right into the vodka.
It's also Gatorade powder. So I am replenishing my body as I am depleting it. It's a neutral. I'm going to be fine tomorrow at 5 a.m. It's great.
Sure you are.
I'm smart.
We'll go with that. Ladies and gentlemen, you've missed him, and he's come back. He's crawled out of the muck and mire that is his adult world, and he has decided to join us again here tonight. The one, the only, Scotchy. Good evening, Scotchy.
What's going on, Dave? Forgive me, I was just logging into Sweet Tea's OnlyFans to send her a couple $100.
Thank you.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's Only Feet is the name of her website.
Only
You'll just have to
Feet.
look.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. What are you drinking there, Chachi? You're not supposed to finish it at the beginning of the show. You're supposed to begin it at the beginning of the show.
Dave, I've been thinking a lot about my drinking on this show, right?
Yes.
I don't drink any time except when I'm on this show.
Yeah.
And so I've only got like 60 to 90 minutes to get all my liquor for the weekend during this show.
Oh,
and I figured out what the problem is. I've been drinking out of this tiny little glass for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
So I went to the store today and I got a big boy glass.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think we call that a tumbler.
It's
a
24 ounces.
Plastic tumbler.
Yes. So I'm going to fill it with my empty. I went out. Greg got me a bottle of Glenlivet. And we're just going to go ahead.
It's got a cork. God damn.
Wow. Are you sure you? No, keep going. You look dry.
That's like a lot of $80 bottle of booze. Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. Are we going to have fun tonight? It's been so long since I've been here.
Do you have a straw?
Oh no.
You have a straw.
No, it's going right in the liver, baby.
Right to the liver.
Yeah.
You can do that with a straw.
You know, some people talk about how rare it is to actually see like a Bigfoot or a ghost, or maybe look to the skies and see an alien craft. I saw something even more rare than that when Chachi and the Colonel came to visit me in Minnesota. I was there the moment Chachi's liver quit. He was drinking it. He literally
it's ever happened to me.
He goes, oh, and I go, what? And he takes my hand and puts it, and it felt like there was a cantaloupe under his shirt. And I'm like, what is that? He goes, that's my liver.
Oh.
And I go, aren't you going to finish your drink? He goes, I don't think I should.
Oh, what?
I hit a wall.
What?
His liver did the equivalent of just sticking its tongue out through whatever hole he could find. It just was done. So, Chachi, we're a little worried about you.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, okay. As long as you're good.
Get through this.
Hey, what are you just asking for a friend, Sweet Tea, now that you're making all these concoctions, all these drinks?
Yeah.
What do you think would pair nicely with Zellman's minty mouth?
How about a little cream de cacao and maybe a little bit of whiskey?
All right. If you're just going to make up words and treat you
Cream
like
of the cow. Who drinks cream of the cow?
I think that's called milk.
You every morning, dum-dum.
Oh, there's that. Yeah. What do you think? Should I put a bunch of Zellman's in a glass and then fill it with, because really booze helps to give you that bad breath flavor. If I could just get on top of it by immediately swallowing mints with it.
Yeah.
Call me, Zellman's. Call me. We have more to talk about. Yeah.
Chocolate, whiskey, mint. You got a drink right there.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. That's all I'm going to say. Let's get started with some news, and stay tuned a little bit later on in tonight's program. We are going to do something exciting. We are going to show you a piece of footage from a very recent Palmer House investigation. I promised you if you tuned in Monday, I'd play it for you. We'll play that a little bit later on in tonight's show. We also have a guest that's going to join us in a bit. But let's get started with tonight's tales from news around the world. I will begin our journey. Pull on your boots, grab your bug spray, and get ready for this next story. It was just after 10 p.m. in the sleepy little town of Hygiene, Colorado, a place as peaceful as its name suggests. But on this particular March evening, something strange stirred in the darkness. A woman, known only as J.H., was winding down for the night when movement outside her front window caught her attention. Thinking it might be a neighbor or perhaps some wildlife, she glanced out, and that's when she froze. There, striding down the middle of the gravel road like it had every right to be there, was a towering ape-like creature, covered in dark hair and moving briskly on two legs, with what she described as a human-like gait. Not lurching, not shuffling, walking as though it had purpose. No flashlight, no sound, no hesitation. The sighting lasted only moments before the creature disappeared into the shadows of the Colorado night. But that brief encounter left a mark. J.H. immediately filed a report with the Bigfoot Field Research Organization, detailing what she saw and insisting that what passed by her home was no bear, no hiker, and no prankster in a suit. I know, skeptics, you will, of course, raise an eyebrow, as we all should. Was it a bear walking upright? A trick of the light? No, not according to J.H. It was clear she had seen something real, and it didn't belong in any biology book we know of.
Wow.
I thought that was cute. Yeah. Hygiene, Colorado. I'd never heard of Hygiene, Colorado.
I bet it's
Yeah.
clean.
I hope
Hygiene.
so.
I guess
Very
they could
common.
use some Zelmans.
What was that?
They could probably use some Zelmans.
Who
Yeah.
couldn't? Bigfoot. Maybe they'd stop calling him skunk ape if he just tried some Zelmans. Right?
Wow.
Bigfoot. Maybe that'll be my next ad. Hey, everybody, it's me, Bigfoot. And you know when you're walking through the woods. Yeah.
Wow, he sounds just like Rolf the dog.
Well, it's weird. They're related. They're distant
Oh.
cousins. Distant
That's
cousins.
neat.
Speaking of distant cousins, how about my cousins from another Muzzins, Mr. Greg,
Hey, buddy.
Paranormal Detective Lawson? What story have you got for us, Greg?
Hey, man, let's go back to Colorado. You want to?
Yes.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to try to read it like you do. Like you.
Okay. All right.
Pueblo's puzzling predator, chupacabra or misidentified mammal.
Mm-hmm.
In the heart of Pueblo, Colorado, a resident's security camera captured footage that's been sending shivers down spines and sparking debates across the community. The video reveals a creature skulking through the shadows, a being that defies easy explanation. Its gaunt frame, hairless body, and particular gait have led many to draw comparisons to the legendary chupacabra, the famous goat sucker of Latin American folklore.
Mm.
Now, skeptics amongst us might suggest more mundane explanations. Could this be a coyote afflicted with marge?
A what? A
With
coyote?
what?
Coyote afflicted with marge.
Mm.
Yeah, it's Spanish and French.
I don't believe either one of those things.
Mm.
Yeah, leading to an unsettling in appearance. That's with a question mark at the end. Leading to an unsettling appearance, or perhaps a domestic dog that has fallen on hard times,
Oh,
wandering in the night in search of sustenance. But here's where it gets even more intriguing.
What?
Pueblo isn't new to mysterious sightings. No. Over the years, locals have whispered tales of shadowy figures and unexplained phenomena dotting the region. Is it possible that this latest footage adds yet another chapter to Pueblo's book of enigmas? Or
What?
is the elusive chupacabra making its debut in Colorado?
I don't think I ever do that.
No.
I don't think I've ever. But
You just
that was
did.
pretty good, Greg.
Yeah.
It's only 2 words that you missed up on, and
There
we're
were
okay
like
with that.
5.
I think it was lagging. I think my internet's lagging.
Your brain? Oh, the internet. Yeah, that could be it.
Mm-hmm.
That
So I
could be
got
it.
2 drinks to go. All right.
Yeah. Listen, we've been doing a lot of talk about AI, artificial intelligence. We've been talking a lot about the end of the world as we know it. Many things could take us out. Chachi, you had a unique experience. Was that today?
It was a couple weeks ago, Dave.
Okay. All right. And you survived it, obviously. You're here to tell us a little bit about it. Give us a little bit of background. Walk us through this moment and what it was like.
What are we talking about, Dave? No, I'm joking. Come on. I've got this. No. So a couple weeks ago, I went to a concert. And after the concert, I decided I want to go to another concert. That's obviously a good way to spend your evening. And so in between concerts, it was about 4 miles apart in the city of Austin. I needed to get from point A to point B. And as you can imagine, I was not in a position to be able to drive myself there.
Why is that? We didn't do a show a couple of weeks ago with you,
Yeah,
and you only
why?
drink on the show.
Yeah.
I was still hungover from the prior show.
Okay. All right.
So I went into the Uber app, who is not a sponsor, let me make that clear. And it told me I could get an Uber there within 3 minutes for $17. Or for $7, they could get me a car without a driver. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
You can just sit there, sit in it.
I had no idea. I didn't even know it was a thing, quite honestly.
Is it up on blocks? You just get in and don't go anywhere and then get out, but it's only $7, so you really save some money.
Hey.
That's the way I looked at it. $10 that I'm saving, that's got to be a couple beers, right?
Something.
Least.
So I order up the non-driving, non-person Uber. Nope. And so, so the car shows up and it says it's right at this location. Well, I was standing at the location.
Right.
But the car wasn't there. Come to find out, this is why I tell this story, the autonomous vehicle was actually parked behind the building. So it had the right address, but it didn't know to pick me up in the front. It picked me up in an alley behind it.
Sure.
So,
Maybe it figured if you could only afford $7, you're probably coming out of the worker's entrance.
Or the porta potty.
or I'm just frugal.
Ah, yes.
So I go to open the car door and it's locked.
How did you get in?
So if you haven't done this before, you have to go into the Uber app and you unlock the door through your phone. I got in the back seat as you would do in a taxi or an Uber and anything else. I close the door and it says, "Welcome, Chachi. The car will not move until you have buckled your seatbelt." So I put on 2 of them because it was self-driving.
Sure.
Dave, I don't know if you happen to have the video I sent you, but
Yeah, but I have no way to show it because you sent it to my phone and we're on the interwebs.
Can I tell you something about that video?
It's right in
May
the middle
I?
of the story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
let's-
it's about the story. Shush. You sent it, and then it I watched it, and I was like, it looks like it came from a flip phone from like 20 years ago. And I was like, why are you showing me somebody driving you? I don't know what this means. And there was clearly a person driving in that video. And then I closed out that message app, went back to it, and it was a clear modern day video, and it was the exact same video, and there was no one driving. I'm just saying, it's ghost driving. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, apparently you're not the only one drinking a quadruple.
I
shot.
mentioned it was just vodka, right?
No, with Gatorade powder.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ew,
so back to the story. Yes.
uh-huh.
So I get in the car. It says, "Chachi, we're 3.4 miles away. We'll be there in 8 minutes. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride." And then I look in the front seat and the steering wheel starts to move. The pedal starts to go down and off we go. And at first it was very unsettling because what happens if something were to happen? You are
Right.
locked in, buckled in. The doors are shut. The doors do not unlock until you get to your designation. Designation?
Destination. Let's try that. A
That's it.
designated
I'm not
destination.
even
Let's
reading.
go to the destination.
Uh-huh.
So here's what's interesting. If anybody's ever been in an Uber or a taxi before, you know often they don't obey street laws, right? Speed limits, stop signs.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly. However, this was the safest vehicle ride I had ever been in. As we approached people, it slowed down. It slowly came to a stop at stoplights and at stop signs. Everything was wonderful about it. It asks you if you want music. And know what kind of car this entire fleet is, Dave? Jaguars. So this is a high-end car. Everyone in the fleet is a Jaguar. So I get to my what was the?
Yeah, the destination. Just all have another drink together, shall we?
Destination. And it was another venue where another concert was happening. Somebody was actually waiting for this Uber. So I get out. He gets in the driver's seat. Yeah.
That's just rude.
And that's what I thought. He obviously sat on somebody's lap, right?
Obviously.
There had to be something there that was driving. So, long story short, $7, 8 minutes, best ride of my life, safest ride of my life. It was at like 9 o'clock at night, dark out. It obeyed all those. I never once felt like it was in any danger whatsoever. And I saved $10, which I then went inside and bought myself a Jameson with.
Congratulations.
To hold on to for tonight's show, right?
And then I brought it home to the show 2 weeks later. That is correct, Dave.
Yeah. That sounds possible. That sounds legit.
You look close to
doing
Austin.
all this stuff and not telling me and not inviting me to go along because I could have
Oh
gone.
my God, again.
What?
He was crying a little bit about, you never alert me to when you're going to go do these fun things I would like to go with.
I wish that we could have one of those man on the street camera things, right? Where you see me call him and text him, drive by his house, knock on the door, kidnap his wife. He doesn't care. He's not following me.
I do have the footage from inside his house when he lays down on the floor when you come up to the door.
Hey, dude.
That's unsettling.
Supposed to say, yeah, come on.
Wow, that's crazy. So you like the autonomous driver? No fear.
Yes. Oh,
You weren't worried at any point that this thing could go haywire and take the whole world out?
never once. Now, the downside is it's a small little pilot they're doing in Austin. I tried to get another car over the next 2 days that I was there. I could not find one. Like, they were always taken.
I have a question.
Because that guy got in the front seat and drove and stole that car.
I don't know what happens if somebody tried to steal it. That's interesting.
You wouldn't
Hey,
succeed,
you're
I
law
assume?
enforcement. How would that work?
How's it going, buddy?
What's happening?
Then how would that work, Greg? If
I
you tried to steal
wasn't
the
paying
autonomous
attention.
car.
I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention. I'm halfway through my bottle of Jameson Orange. We've only got 2 stories. And it's
Well, I'll tell you what.
9:20.
I'll let you guys, have another sip so that you loosen up. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We've got a special guest that's going to join us in just a few moments. We'll do that and more right here on your home for all things paranormal. This is the Paranormal 60 News.
Oh, are you reading me? Come in. Hello? Greetings from the Shadow, and welcome to Shadowzine. My name is Jeff Belanger. I'm an author, podcaster, and explorer of the unexplained. For 30 years, I've been investigating the paranormal, UFOs, monsters, and things that bump in the night. Lately, you may have noticed how major TV networks and even social media networks have been pushing our favorite subject back into the shadows. I say good. That's why I launched Shadowzine, a monthly underground publication that covers your favorite topics in depth by some of the leading writers and researchers out there. If you're looking for 30-second TikTok clips, go somewhere else. If you're ready for a deeper dive, put down your phone and pick up Shadowzine. You can't find it in stores. This is old school print. Head to shadowzine.com and be part of the underground revolution. That's shadowzine.com, and I'll see you in the shadow.
So many of you out there watching, listening, you're always saying, Dave, when are you coming to my area to paranormal investigate? When are you going to be somewhere near me? Because no matter where I am, there's already people that are unhappy that I'm not somewhere else, which I'm used to at home. Every time I'm home, everybody here wishes I was somewhere else. So I get used to that feeling. But I thought, you know what? It'd be great if I could expand beyond the comfort zones of the places that I'm so used to. And luckily for me, a gentleman reached out by the name of Al Schwarting. He is here with us right now. Al, welcome to the program.
How you doing, folks?
Doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. let's talk a little bit about what's going on and inform people a little bit about this very cool event that's taking place at Fort Siston in Lake City, South Dakota, May 2nd and May 3rd. Please introduce us to a little bit of Fort Siston history and what's going to be taking place that weekend.
Okay, Fort Sisseton was a frontier fort back in the 1860s and 70s, primarily meant to keep peace in the frontier between the Native American tribes that were out there at the time. Once they figured that it was all good to go, they kind of shut it down. It became a hunting area. A couple of our presidents actually went out there to do some hunting. They actually have a downed hotline that went right straight to the White House out there. No, it no longer works. I tried it. But yeah, and then now there's still about a dozen buildings up there in absolutely beautiful shape that we do public ghost hunting out there at least once a year in October. We do charge. It's $100 per person per night. The money stays at the fort to help with maintenance to the buildings, to help keep the buildings up and running, keep history alive out there. I've gotten evidence in probably 10 or 11 of the buildings that are out there.
Wow.
And we've experienced everything from EVPs, shadow figures, objects moving on their own. We had at our last public ghost hunt this past October, we had somebody send us a picture. It shows a light orb going between two posts, shows it in front of one and behind the other, and right directly below the light orb is a boot, most definite boot. And then out on the way in front of the building, we actually got a shadow figure, all in the same picture.
Very cool. So why do you think it's so active, Al?
My thought is it's because so many of the people that actually stayed there when I was operating fort were so happy with the lives they had there. For example, they had a company of buffalo soldiers out there, which basically were freed slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And once they were freed after the Emancipation Proclamation, they had nothing. They had nowhere to go. They didn't have nothing. They go there, join the Union Army. They had shelter. They had food. They had a school for the kids. They had everything. It was the best lives they ever had. So why would they want to leave?
Right. I understand. So you think that even in death, a lot of these former soldiers and former residents have stayed on at Fort Sisseton?
Yes. One specifically is Dr. Knickerbocker. And yeah, that is his real name. He was loved very much at the fort. He was the one who spearheaded getting the school built for the children, getting a hospital built there. And he absolutely loved it there. And he's one of the most active spirits there.
Very cool.
Now, with this fall, weekend, as a matter of fact, I've got witnesses to this.
Right. Go ahead.
We actually seen his assistant, Barbara, actually appeared in front of about 10, 12 of us that were standing there, and full body apparition. And that's actually the first time. I've been doing this 25 years. That's the first time I've ever seen a full apparition appear in front of me. And I was just awestruck. I wish I would have had a camera.
Could you see through her, or was she fully formed?
She was, well, you could see partially through her. She was originally, when we seen her, she was standing behind the bed. Something caught our attention from the other room. We all looked over like this. We looked back. She had moved in front of the bed, and we seen her head to foot.
Wow.
And we asked her, are you Barbara? If your name is Barbara, can you make your hand move? And her hand kind of went like this. And so we're like, okay, please don't go. We want to learn from you. That's our whole business here, is learning from you, learning how it was like when you were around.
And did she respond?
We've had, after we said that, she kind of looked to her left, turned and walked. We were looking at her through a doorway. She turned, walked from left to right behind the doorway, and I gradually walked up as quiet as I could, looked around the corner, and she was gone.
I like a woman that plays hard to get, Al.
I do too, but I won her over anyway.
Attaboy. So this weekend, May 2nd and 3rd, what all is going to be taking place? Is it 2 full nights of investigations? Tell people what they can expect.
Okay, just to let everybody know, if you have a camper or if you like tent camping, they do have open spots out there for you. The campers are only, I think she said 26 a night. That's with electric. Tent camping is 15 a night. They do have an updated shower house there that will be available. For $100, you're going to go into one building, investigate with the investigator. You will actually get hands-on to the equipment. So the people that drop the money will be able to actually do the investigating, and we will bring our own equipment.
Excellent.
Then after 45 minutes or so, we'll take a 10, 15-minute break. For refreshment. Refreshments will be provided. Close to midnight, we will have sandwiches, soup, soda, coffee, possibly hot chocolate, all provided.
Well taken care of.
And then after the short break, you will go on to a different building with a different investigator and a different piece of equipment. So you'll be seeing 5, 6 different pieces of equipment and actually hands-on using them.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to getting out there and investigating. I've never been to South Dakota to investigate before, so this will be exciting. Getting a chance to see Fort Sisseton, I'm excited about that as well. And people, if you're interested in coming out and being a part of that, May 2nd and 3rd, all you have to do is go check out darknessevents.com. Darknessevents.com. Yeah, Al, what?
A couple more real quick things. They can also go on to the Fort Sisseton Facebook site. There's a link for tickets there. And I think that was it. Looking forward to having a lot of people out there. There's limited spots, so get your tickets quick. We're going to have a good time.
Well, thank you, Al. I look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you and investigating. Thank you. Very cool. So that's a brand new location for me. I'm excited to go. I'll be bringing out a couple different pieces of equipment, including my DR60, because we're going to go EVP hunting. That's for sure. So I'm psyched about it, and I'd love for you guys to join me out there. Not you three.
I was going to say, that's weird.
But all of the other people. I'd love for you to come on out and hang out with me and be there. I'm going to be in Virginia City this weekend. Yeah, that's sold out. Lickety split. I'm excited to get out there. I haven't been to Virginia City in probably about 5 years, so I'm psyched to go back out there and do a little investigating at the Washoe Club. Yes, Chachi, you had a question?
I did. I missed it. Does Al own that location?
No, Al, you don't own Fort Sisseton, but you are one of the volunteers and workers that help lead ghost hunts there, correct?
My group is the primary paranormal group that goes out there. We've been going out there probably, I think this is our 6th year, 2 to 3 times a year. And we work closely with a group called Epic Paranormal out of Fargo, North Dakota. And we make a great team. It's actually a state park. It's a South Dakota state park, which is only about 4 hours from the Twin Cities.
Excellent. Well, again, I'm psyched about it. Thanks again, Al. Yeah, I love people like that have a passion and they go out, they try to keep the history alive, keep these locations open. And it may only be 2 or 3 times a year you get access. So again, this isn't like something you can do all the time, folks. And this is the only time I'm going to be there doing it with you. So if you'd like to join me and be a part of it, go check out darknessevents.com. Sweet tea. The time has come to raise the roof.
I told you how much I love South Dakota. South Dakota is a gorgeous state. So many amazing parks. Anyway.
Yeah. You have a story to share. Why don't you?
I do. Let's talk about the giggling ghoul of Tiburon.
Oh,
Grab your EMF meters and remote controls because we've got a haunting that might just be the most heartwarming one yet.
Oh,
In the picturesque town of Tiburon, California, something unusual has been happening inside the mansion where the legendary Robin Williams passed away in 2014.
Uh,
In the
The home-
location?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes. The home was sold back in 2020, but since then, the new owners, and more interestingly, their security team, have reported a very unexpected visitor. They believe Robin never really left. According to sources close to the property, security guards have experienced multiple incidents where they enter the home for routine alarm checks only to find the television mysteriously turned on, not just to any channel, but often playing comedy shows. One time, the TV was said to be playing a stand-up special starring none other than Richard Pryor, one of Robin's longtime friends and comedic heroes. And in the eeriest twist of all, staff claimed to have heard soft, unmistakable laughter echoing through the halls. A chuckle, a giggle, a warm, familiar sound. A neighbor reportedly shared, "It's typical Robin to be playing practical jokes and making people laugh, even in the afterlife." Now, we've all heard of haunted houses with slamming doors, cold spots, shadow figures, but this, a prankster poltergeist with a Netflix password, that's a whole new genre of ghost. No fear, no menace, just a friendly spirit who, in true Robin fashion, might be dropping by to lighten the mood and leave folks smiling on both sides of the veil. So what do you think? Could it be residual energy? A spirit continuing his life's mission to spread laughter? Either way, it's a reminder that sometimes the afterlife might not be so scary, especially when it's filled with laughter. Back to you, Dave.
oh, that's sweet.
Right?
Robin Williams. Now,
It's kinda sad.
I did see another video today, as a matter of fact, after we found that news story. There was somebody urban exploring walking through that house, and it is in like horrible disrepair.
What?
Lots of water damage, ceilings have come in. I don't know if this was another house of Robin Williams, but this was Robin Williams' mansion, and they were walking through it. So I'm going to try to find more information about that, because if this thing has been abandoned and is being left to rot, it should really, maybe we'll get it on a TV show
Uh,
and get a chance to go in. I don't know. How would you feel about that? Like, all right, Dave's going to go in and
Bouncy.
try to communicate with ocean-born Mary. Dave's going to go try to communicate with Benjamin Franklin. Those are all cool. Do you think people would be pissed if we went into the home of Robin Williams to try to communicate with him?
yeah.
Maybe it's too soon, and also he's so loved, and also, why are you sticking around? Your family's not even there anymore.
Maybe
Yeah,
he just likes the
time to
place.
laugh.
It is a beautiful home. You saw the photograph.
I was
I had it-
reading.
Oh, well, you sent me
Here's
the
the
story. I
after-
thought you'd have looked at the picture.
I
but
don't know. I just said you stuff. I don't look at it.
I bet the afterlife has a beautiful home as well.
Oh, Greg, you're always so full of insanity. Hey, let's get to it. We've got more stories. Believe it or not, folks. 39 minutes in, it's Chachi time.
He's eating pretzels.
I can
Whoa.
see it.
No, I'm eating almonds.
Oh.
Those are healthy for you. I
Oh,
hear that it
almonds.
helps rebuild the liver.
Oh,
Some people call them almonds.
I
who
don't.
does?
Nobody I know.
I just want to be clear real fast, Dave,
Nice.
if you don't mind me sharing.
Please.
I did not enjoy drinking out of that plastic 24-ounce cup.
No.
Why not?
gross.
That felt really, really wrong.
Plastic is
Well, I
weird.
just start pouring back into here again. I just want to share it. So,
Would it help if you put like a paper bag around the plastic cup? Would that make it seem? Yeah.
More like home.
It keeps the UV light from affecting the flavor of the alcohol.
yeah, it's getting
No.
discolored sitting in the plastic. So,
I'm no scientist.
listen,
Uh-huh.
I got a hell of a story here. I was not expecting to come in this strong this early in the show. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Man, I am not. Here we go.
I'm very excited.
Come on.
Okay, ready for this?
Inhale.
This is going to take us all back to our childhoods, which is where we all had a good time.
Uh-huh.
Dave Coulier.
Coulier. Dave Coulier.
Okay, I knew it was Spanish. Dave Coulier
Right.
has been having ghostly reunions, Dave.
Really?
This is going to be a very heartwarming story, which is what really everybody's
Wait, is he dead? Is he the ghost?
No,
Oh.
not yet. He is dealing with cancer, and I think he's in remission now.
He's in
Or maybe-
remission.
All right. Let Chachi tell the story. Sorry, go ahead, Chachi.
Apologies. Go ahead.
I had to take another almond. Hold on. It's helping. It helps. No, it really helps. So, Dave Coulier. I'm going to choke on my almond. Shit.
Who's that guy? Which one is he?
Dave
One in the
Coulier
middle.
is the guy without glasses. The guy in the middle.
Okay, right. Listen, I see like 3 or 4 people in that picture. So,
Oh no.
Okay. In a recent interview with Parade Magazine,
Uh-huh.
My Bible, Dave Coulier,
Uh-huh.
best known as his role for being the boyfriend of
Mhm.
Sheryl Crow,
No.
No.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette, but also played Joey Gladstone on Full House, shared that his late co-star and dear friend Bob Saget has been making appearances in his dreams. He revealed that he always does something silly and foolish and makes me laugh. Let's be honest. Wouldn't that be what we would want if someone were to visit us in our dreams?
Absolutely.
Especially Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Saget, who passed away unexpectedly in 2022, Dave. It's been 3 years.
Jeez.
At the age of 65. He looks really good for 65.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was a renowned comedic genius and warm-hearted nature. His sudden departure left a void in the hearts of many, especially those who knew him intimately. Coulier's dream encounters
Yes.
suggest that the bond they shared transcends the physical realm,
Mm.
with Saget's spirit continuing to bring joy and laughter into his life. Now, to your point a moment ago, recently diagnosed with stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma, but cancer-free at the moment. He has expressed that Saget would have been a constant source of support during his difficult times. He imagined Saget checking in daily, saying he would have driven me crazy. I think we all have that one friend, right, that would do that to you.
Yeah.
This touching revelation underscores the enduring nature of true friendship and the comforting notion that our loved ones may continue to watch over us even from beyond. For Dave, these dream visits serve as a testament to Saget's lasting impact and the unbreakable bond they shared. Now, these Dreamtime reunions, are they fragments of his subconscious, or do they actually hint at a deeper connection that defies the boundaries of life and death? I will say, either way, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
it's beautiful, right? It's a reminder that those that have lost or we've lost
Mhm.
may not actually be as far away physically and emotionally as we think they are. I like that story.
So if
I
I
love
were
that
to
story.
pass away tomorrow, would you guys want me to like show up in your dreams? Would you prefer if I can find a way to like actually show up at your homes, or would you prefer it dream visitations? Which ones do you think would be easiest for you to process, Greg?
What was the question? I think I would.
I asked multiple questions in there. God. Jeez. Way to pay
Thanks,
attention.
Greg.
Way to pay attention.
Thank you.
How about you,
I'm
sweetie? Would you like
watching
me to appear in your dreams
Greg,
or
shut up.
in your
I
closet?
feel like
staring
a
at you?
dream is it's more interactive. It would be better.
Looking
What do
at
you
you
do?
from behind your closet door like this.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
I want-
No, could we have a conversation instead of being creepy? I don't
No,
know.
I want you to creep me out. It'll
Yeah.
be great.
Oh, that's going to happen for you, Greg.
But no,
doubt.
I'm just distracted watching him eat almonds and just pouring that stuff down like he's getting ready for like his
I know he's like a college kid on break. Every time I put a picture up on the screen, he's like eating cheeseburgers,
Yeah.
nuts, gravel. He's like a bird. It's just he just famished.
What I figured out is if I don't do this now, you guys have seen, I'm going to have a DoorDash delivery of wings or burgers after the show. So
Wendy's, don't forget the frosty.
he looks
Mhm.
like he's getting ready for his colonoscopy, drinking that goop. Man. Like,
No,
gotta
that's
do
in
the whole
that's in
quart.
Sweet Tea's glass because it's the Gatorade.
Oh boy.
Oh, so how much of that 27-ounce plastic cup is left? Okay, so we're about halfway through, and you've only done your first story. Good. This is exciting.
I am, listen, right where I should be.
Yes.
I
Hey,
don't.
do you want to ask me about the question, though?
Yeah, Chachi.
Yeah, ask him about the question, Dave. What are you
Chachi,
doing?
the question is, would you prefer I visited you in a dream state, or would you prefer I like just I'm there in your room judging?
Physically?
Yeah, ghostly, you know.
Energetically.
That's the word that threw you tonight. Energetically.
Yeah, I wasn't reading it.
Yeah.
I would say we have all had dreams. We've all experienced dreams.
Right.
Very few of us
Mhm.
have experienced that person at the end of the bed in that figment that you're speaking of. So I would like you to come back in that way.
Okay. So standing at the end of your bed judging you silently.
Correct. Correct.
That's what I like. I like that.
What would you do if like you roll over to, spoon Mrs. Chachi and I'm just laying there in between you two looking at you smiling?
Her name is Joni.
Would
Thank you.
would that be okay?
We lasted 2 seasons. I don't know about that. That
No?
one's a little more concerning.
Wow. Here I thought you did care. I was wrong. My fault.
Wouldn't you want to do? Okay.
Hey, let me show you guys something. I promised I would do this. I've actually got 2 pieces of video that I'd like to share from the haunted Palmer House Hotel. The first piece, and for those of you just listening to the audio, I'm sorry, there's no sound to this one. But it is, I think it's one of the coolest pieces of paranormal video. And we caught this a year ago. Our buddy Shane Sheets was videotaping down in the basement. And this is the piece of footage that they captured. So what you're seeing is the leg, and you see this ghostly hand reaching out. And I have this video running in slow motion so that you don't miss the details. What is kind of weird is that these fingers get longer. They look very alien or Grim Reaper-y.
Nosferatu, dude.
Yeah, right? Isn't that a
Going
cool
right
piece
for the
of video,
groin,
though?
man.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So that one we caught a year ago while we were at the Palmer House. This last time, I was just out there a few weeks ago with Sarah Lemos, Scotty Davis, who are going to be here Monday night on the show with me. And we're going to be doing your emails, talking and answering your questions. So that's this coming Monday. But I had Scotty and Sarah out. We had a remarkable weekend. And on the first night, we always come in Thursday night and kind of relax, chill out with everybody, have a little party. And there was a young man there, Jax, that was celebrating his 21st birthday. So we got to see him get his first shot. And then they brought him out a piece of cake. And this is so cool. So you're seeing the young man. On the other side, videotaping him is his father. We're all there watching this take place. There's nobody else next to the table or near the table when this happens.
Oh, are you reading me? Come in.
That's not it. That's the commercial for Jeff's deal. Let's try this one. This is what happens.
Happy birthday to you. 21 today.
Now, did you notice something weird in there, Chach? Did you see it?
What
Greg,
happened?
did you see it?
The candle went out.
Yeah. Yeah. While they're singing and he's just
Immediately.
staring off and with force, the candle blows out.
Happy birthday to you.
And he wasn't sure what just
What just happened?
yeah, and because of the way we were all standing around, nobody really even noticed that he didn't blow it out. His dad goes, Dave, and he came over and showed us the video, and we were all there singing it to him. Nobody was standing there, nobody blew out the candle. And I was like, well, that's kind of fun. The ghost is blowing out the candle, making a wish. And then I was reminded that the Palmer House, when it used to be known as the Sauk Center House back in the late 1800s, burned to the ground. So I wonder if this spirit was trying to protect the Palmer House by blowing out the flame. Let me show you one more time.
Happy birthday to you.
So it's not a free-floating vaporous anomaly. It's not light balls. You just see with force something blow out the candle on that cake.
Yeah, that
He
wasn't
look-
wind.
He looks a little disturbed too. Like, if he played again, he's like smiling, and that happens. He's like, "What just happened?"
Well, I'm sure he probably is thinking, oh, what it, because you, again, in the moment, you're in the moment. And did the candle blow out? Was it ever lit to begin with? I think that's kind of the moment we all have, and you're just
Yeah.
in the moment enjoying it. So it's a very cool little thing. But check this out, folks. I'm excited to be making this announcement. And Paranormal Mysteries, that's the new TV show that I'm working on with Shane and Cindy. We are filming right now. Hopefully we will be out. It looks like the mid part of September, the series will air, and it'll run through October. We are doing our first ever Paranormal Mysteries event with us, the cast of the Holzer Files, at the Palmer House, August 15th through the 17th. It's going to be me, Cindy Kaza, Shane Pittman. There will be a gallery session with Cindy Kaza. There will be 2 full nights of investigations, 2 full days of presentations, new presentations, lots of fun, and your only chance this year to get to investigate with all of us. And for those of you who are not comfortable being active in the investigation, there's lots of chairs. You can sit there and watch Shane, Cindy, and I investigate. So it's like you're watching it on TV in 3D. So there's that opportunity. But I will give you a fair warning. We are down to less than 15 tickets that remain for this event. We just dropped it at the beginning of the week. It is already almost completely sold out. So if you are interested, darknessevents.com. Come on out, see Cindy Kaza, Shane Pittman, myself, and congratulations to Shane as well. He just released his first book today, and he will be signing copies of it at our event as well. So keep that in mind. Let's get back to it. We got more news stories to cover. Believe it or not, we've got 8 minutes left in this hour, and we are only on story number 5. All right, can we get the person reading story number 5 to step up, please? Oh, that's me. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. In a recent viral video, a cemetery worker captured an unsettling phenomenon that's left viewers both spooked and fascinated. While performing routine duties, the worker began to hear the unmistakable sound of a woman crying. Compelled to investigate, he recorded his search, which led him through rows of tombstones and empty pathways. Despite the clear audio of sobbing, no living soul could be seen. The video culminates with the worker standing before a particular grave, the source of this mysterious weeping seemingly just beyond reach. This isn't the first time cemeteries, of course, have been the backdrop for unexplained auditory phenomena. Similar incidents have been reported worldwide, where visitors and workers alike recount hearing voices, cries, or whispers without a discernible source. Skeptics, again, might attribute such occurrences to occurrences.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll have a drink there. Yeah. Skeptics might attribute such occurrences to natural acoustics, pranks, or the mind's propensity to find patterns in randomness. However, for those who've experienced it firsthand, the events often feel undeniably real and can sometimes be profoundly unsettling, which is what it is for me. I've said it before. I stand by it. I don't want to think about somebody's ghost hanging with their decomposing body. That freaks me out. I'd like to think you're out somewhere else, unless you're like, oh, my family's going to visit my gravesite, and you make a guest appearance. But people that just see like ghosts walking through the cemetery, oh, that just, I don't
It's just a bummer. That's all it is. Like,
I like cemeteries. That's where I'm going to be.
You're going to be buried in a cemetery?
I'm going to be hanging out. I think I'm going to make a mausoleum. I think I'm going to be in a mausoleum.
You're going to make one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little balsa wood, aluminum foil. He'll call it his UFO Ros.
I know where I'm going. I'm not going to leave this up to you friggin' knuckleheads to put me in the ground. I'm going to.
Why don't you make it in the shape of the Roswell UFO, and you can call it your Roswellium?
You almost got there.
Yeah, pretty close.
I want to put like a hole in there, and you reach in, you can grab a hold of a glass pipe, and that way it'll heal you. And I could. And there'll be lines of people.
I don't care for this.
So you're trying to be. Do you want us to put you up for sainthood? Is that what you're telling us?
That would be good. Yeah. I could have a bunch of visitors though.
Yeah, we'll visit you. You know what? We'll have Chachi drop one of those cameras in there, so we can just watch you at all times. People can just watch you.
Just watch me.
Yeah. Then what we'll do is we'll get one of those coffins that rigs to slightly open up, and a hand starts to come out and then pulls back in and then shuts. Especially like if you put a quarter on top of the coffin, a handle come up and pull it in.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Do that with my ashes.
Hey, folks, listen, we are just a little over a week away from the Haunted Shanley Hotel special event in Napanoch, New York, April 25th and 26th. It's Scotty the Medium and me, meet and greets, presentations, gallery readings, paranormal investigating, and more. We are going to have an amazing time, and I can't wait for you to come out and investigate with us. It's going to be a great time. That is at the Haunted Shanley Hotel, Napanoch, New York. That, again, April 25th, 26th. There are just a few tickets that remain, and we'd love to see you out there. It's your chance to come on out and investigate one of the coolest haunted locations I've found in the last 5-6 years, easily, hands down. Greg,
Hey,
let's
buddy.
get back into it. We have another story, and it has nothing to do with Dave Coulier or Robin Williams' ghost or a woman crying. So, yeah, it's up to you, buddy. What?
But it does have something to do with journalists like us.
Oh,
See how that
well,
works?
let's hear it.
Oh, bad
Yeah.
ones.
Well,
Mhm.
all right. Let me clear my palate. Got to
Mhm.
get these almonds out of here.
I didn't realize his almonds are affecting your mouth.
I know
That's
it's
weird.
weird. It's
Is it
yeah.
because you're both in Texas?
I think it's like string theory.
Oh, well,
Mm.
string theory or not, keep Chachi's nuts out of your mouth, and we won't have this problem.
Wow. Let's go there.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's keep going.
The mysterious fires tormenting journalists, not journalistesses, just one journalist. Just
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah. Who is ready for a tale that's as chilling as it is perplexing?
Me.
Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, Methuselah Moyo is a seasoned journalist and lecturer at the university that, oh geez, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
That's the easy words, too.
A journalist and lecturer at the National University of Science and Technology. That's NUST, or also NUST. More
These
commonly,
Nust.
yeah,
These
more
Nust.
commonly pronounced as these NUST. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where that comes from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
He finds himself ensnared in a harrowing ordeal. Over the past 6 weeks, his home has become the epicenter of inexplicable fires that ignite without warning, leaving destruction in their wake. The most unsettling aspect, these flames seem to target Moyo personally. He describes episodes where he feels an intense burning sensation on his skin.
Okay.
Yet, you thought it was going to go someplace else, but no,
I
it's on his
didn't.
skin. Yet, those around him see no visible fire. Only later do painful blisters emerge as evidence of the unseen assault. The mysterious conflagrations have consumed his formal suits, vital legal documents, and even 2 leather couches, each reduced to charred remnants.
Those are expensive.
I know. The climax of this fiery torment occurred when Moyo received $20,000 for the sale of his former home. Intending to use the funds to complete his family's new residence, he placed the cash in a wardrobe temporarily.
Mm.
Within 2 minutes, smoke billowed from the closet. To his astonishment, the money was reduced to ashes. Yet, the wardrobe and surrounding clothes remained unscathed. Yep.
Hmm.
Oh, God. Desperate for answers,
Uh-huh.
Moyo has sought help from local prophets and traditional healers, but their interventions have proven futile. One spiritual healer hinted at a potent curse, while a church prophet suggested an invisible force seeking retribution. With no clear resolution in sight, Moyo has issued a heartfelt plea to everyone that might hold a grudge against him, hoping
what?
to
A
restore
grunge?
in his beleaguered household. A grunge, yeah.
Oh, like, I don't know, like Pearl Jam or
Mhm.
Soundgarden, a grunge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what do you make of this? Are these the workings of a vengeful spirit? Vengeful spirit? A manifestation of a powerful curse? Or is there a scientific explanation lurking in the shadows? One thing is for certain. The Moyo family is trapped in a nightmare where the flames are invisible, but the scars are all too real. Back to you, Dave.
Well, it is obviously the paranormal activity of These nuts? Yeah, Nest. You think they could have renamed that? That might have been a better name.
Well,
than
it's not like they're speaking English, right? I don't know.
Wow.
What? It's a foreign country. That's not a huge leap.
Pretty sure their first
man, I don't-
language is their language.
I'm an idiot. I don't know.
It's time now for Upon Further Review.
I don't have a trailer for this one. I saw this movie. I've been hearing about it on the social medias, and it's a movie called The Rule of Jenny Penn. And I'm like, okay. And I watch. Now, I don't like watching trailers because to me, trailers have ruined movies lately. They give way too much information. I saw, though, that in the movie, it stars Jeffrey Rush and it stars the other guy that's not Jeffrey Rush. Oh, God, what is his name?
Johnny Slowdown.
The guy from Third Rock from the Sun. John Lithgow.
John Lithgow, of course.
Yeah. John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush. And it's taking place in New Zealand. And it's in this old folks home, this rehabilitation center old folks home. And it's weird. It is really a bizarre. Sweet Tea, to me, this is a movie you will totally like, where the rest of us are kind of scratching our chins and our heads, not sure what we've just watched. I see you seeing some kind of brilliance in here that I'm missing.
Or not getting it and still thinking I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
I forgot you've been friends of the art world for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, John Lithgow plays this inmate or this resident of this old home, and he carries with him this puppet of this baby doll with no eyes, and that's Jenny Penn. And it's just weird. And like he talks to Jenny Penn, and Jenny Penn torments people in the old folks home. And you know, throughout it, you're wondering, is this supernaturally motivated? Is this guy just a sadistic psychopath? Is it a little from column A, a little from column B? It's a weird movie. You know what? Like the Babadook made me want to hurt people after I watched that stupid movie. I wanted to shove Greg underneath a car for having even just said it was a great movie.
Yes.
Sit down. So Babadook, I couldn't get it. Then there's there's been like Hereditary, a couple of those other movies that are trying too hard to be cool, kitschy, psychological. I kind of feel like this falls into that niche, but there's something really unsettling about John Lithgow. He plays a psychopath so well. So well. And
is this a recent movie?
Yeah. And it's on streaming services now. I think it's Amazon.
The way you explained it, I imagine this movie being from the 70s, and I'm here for it.
Wasn't this from like back in 1981? It was called Cocoon.
No.
Not the same.
That movie's not even from 1981. What are you talking about?
That's Gutenberg and Wilford, I have diabetes, Brimley.
Who was like 36 when he filmed that. Like,
50.
Shut up.
He was 7 years younger than I am today when he was that super old man.
Right.
The walrus mustache.
That seems right.
Yeah. So anyway, The Rule of Jenny Penn. I guess it's worth watching because Jeffrey Rush is really good. John Lithgow is really good. It's just, to me, it's kind of like, I don't know, there's some beat missing for me in this movie. I would say 1 Phantoms, it sucks. 5, it's great. I'm going to put this solidly at about 2 3/4 Phantoms.
Little below average.
Yeah, watch it. Convince me otherwise. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this, or don't watch it at all. Again, it's one of those movies that when you get done, you feel a little violated. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like not Gladiator. That movie made me feel violated too.
Gladiator made you feel violated?
No, I'm trying to think of the movie Barbarian. That's the movie that I watched.
No!
Right when you watch that movie, you're like in it the whole time, and you're like, Justin Long, what is going on in this movie? And it is so weird that at the end you literally kind of feel like you need a shower. But I'm glad you saw it.
Yes.
This movie didn't make me feel like I wanted a shower, but I just didn't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to focus more. See, I get so distracted by the people under my roof because everybody wants to watch a movie with dad. And then everybody sits there on their phone like this. and I'm like, are you watching? Yes, I'm watching. And they're not. So I'm so distracted by them being distracted. Sweetie, you've been here. You've seen how people watch TV.
Yeah, they just want to hang out with dad. It's fine.
Anyway, 2 3/4 Phantoms. The Rule of Jenny Penn. Go watch the trailer. I didn't even think about trying to play it on here because I've gotten blocked a couple times showing movies. And here I think I'm going to do this independent movie a favor and expose them to a bigger audience. And then they block my video. So I just say, to hell with that. I'll just tell you the story. You can take my word for it or not. So there you have it. Plain and simple.
Done and done.
Yeah. So mysterious fires tormenting a journalist.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
That is crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one, right?
He sold his house for $20,000.
Well, maybe
he
the market's
made
different.
$20,000 off of it. I'm pretty sure the reason that it was smoking is because he smoked it up, is what that means. Putting it in a wardrobe temporarily means putting it in a crack pipe and smoking it.
I don't think that's appropriate.
I don't. That seems like you might be. I don't know. Maybe it's your old policeman.
Yeah. Sure.
Being radical and weird. Speaking of radical and weird, Sweet Tea.
Hi.
You got the next story.
Listen, Skywalker. Nope. Let me start again.
Let's all have a sip on that one. The first word, and it's one word, and she couldn't even get into it. Skywalker.
Listen, it's a different word that I'm used to looking at and saying out loud. Shut up. Skywatcher Group claims to summon UFOs. New footage anticipated. Investigative, journalist Ross Coulthart has recently spotlighted a group known as Skywatcher, which asserts it can summon unidentified flying objects through specific signaling techniques. According to
Here you go.
Yes, just like a dog. We all know this. According to Coulthart, Skywatcher is expected to release new video footage showcasing these summoned UFOs in the near future. In discussions about the phenomenon, Coulthart mentioned, "Can UFOs be summoned or signaled?"
Don't ever talk that high again. You just beat 4 orca and a family pod of dolphins with that.
You're welcome, everybody. A new scientific initiative has plans to verify such claims this year. This statement hints at a broader scientific interest in validating the group's assertions. While the specifics of the signaling methods remain undisclosed, the anticipation surrounding the forthcoming footage has sparked both intrigue and skepticism. The UFO community is abuzz, eager to analyze and assess the credibility of these claims once the videos are made public. We'll keep watching We'll keep our eyes on the skies and ears to the ground as this story develops. So what do you think?
We'll keep washing our eyes with our skies.
So what do you think? Can UFOs truly be summoned through deliberate actions? Or is this another chapter in the ever mysterious saga of unidentified aerial phenomena? Back to you, Dave.
I feel like before you read a story, there should be like a flashing warning, like you see before like strobe lights, that it's just like the reading of this next story could cause epileptic seizures. And if you are taking mushrooms or any kind of hallucinogen, you might think you're hallucinating, but it turns out that's just Russell's voice. Yeah.
Hello.
It was,
Listen, did I mention this is just vodka?
Is it though?
Well, there's
Vodka's
Gatorade powder.
I don't get vodka. I don't understand it.
Well, ask Chachi. He'll buy you a case. Lindsay Holman donates $10 with a super sticker. Thank you, Lindsay. And Sarah Shaw, $2. My favorite folks on Wednesday night.
Same.
Thank you. And Lisa Burgess, $4.99. Why does Chachi look so pissed? That is a good question, Chach. Why do you look so pissed? People are worried about you.
Show us your cup, Chachi.
Pardon
Which
me?
one? Which one?
The one
Yeah.
in your pants.
Plastic one.
No.
What?
Where did that come from?
What in the world?
Him. It came from him.
Not that kind of show.
Him. It came from him.
Not that kind of show.
Mm.
Yes.
It's not.
They're not gonna
Yeah,
edit that.
let's,
That ruins the whole show. We got to start over again.
Not gonna work for me there, Greg.
Hold
Sorry.
on one second.
Plastic
After that
cup
comment,
that
I just need a little bit of silence.
Are you feeling lost, stressed, wondering if Mercury is ruining your life again, or the universe is just ghosting you? Well, you're not alone. At Love and Lotus Tarot, I keep it real. No crystal balls, no woohoo, just honest, grounded guidance to help you navigate life's chaos. Whether you need clarity on love, career, or just anything that feels like a mess, I've got you. Here's something really cool. In between tarot sessions with me, I just put out this new journal book, your very own purge journal. Don't hang on to all that angst and all that stress and all that anger. Get rid of it. Whether it's valid or not, you still have that emotion just eating away at you. So purge them onto paper, scream it, shout it, get it out. They're available right now on Amazon. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description below. Or just visit me at lovelotustarot.com and purchase your purge journal there. Visit lovelotustarot.com to book a reading, check out some of the new merch, and find the insight you've been searching for. Because let's be honest, therapy is expensive and my cards are way cooler anyways. So head on over to lovelotustarot.com now and let's figure out this thing called life together.
I like the Bonsai Warrior said she has turned into sour tea. They know you so well. Somebody else just mentioned there is a new show, a Kevin Bacon series called The Bondsman. And I have it on my watch list. I have yet to watch it, but it's a paranormal supernatural show. He is a former bail bondsman, I guess, like a repo man kind of guy who is dead and has to deal with paranormal things. So Kevin Bacon, back at it again. And for those of you that don't know, David Duchovny has a new TV show where he is the host, and they're looking at government cover-ups and conspiracies. So Fox Mulder has come to life. The little wooden boy is now a real boy.
Oh, I love that for
Love
him.
Love that.
Chachi, I gave you that time so that I could watch you refill your drink, eat a fistful of nuts, and these nuts. Let's get to it. Our final story of the night is here. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention and get your drinks ready, because this one's going to be weird. Let's
Seriously, try to push all the way through, Chachi. Try to get there and be in the moment and just read the whole thing.
Yeah, don't listen to
Let's
us,
see what
jerks.
happens. Let's see what happens.
Dave, I fear that at this point in the show, I've had too many almonds.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So I'm going to do the best I can.
It's got cyanide and almonds.
I was going to say that. Yes.
No,
Is that a true thing? Really?
Yes.
That's probably why you're getting those cramps.
Uh-huh.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I thought my liver was hungry. Is there any chance I could get a quick break for the bathroom before I do my show?
Absolutely not. You've had an hour and 13 minutes to take a potty break. You're now the last story of the night. According to what it says here, this is a 90-second read. Let's see if
we
you
got
can
like a good 5 minutes then?
Go ahead and put your little iPhones on stopwatch thing right now.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. And begin.
The Medusa UFO, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a swear word. I'm going to say it real fast so the kids block your ears. Hold on to your hats, because this story comes straight out of the What the Hell Just Happened file.
Whoa.
Buried deep in the CIA's declassified archives lies a jaw dropper of a report.
Yeah, it does.
Floating around the fringes of UFO lore for decades, and it's just weird enough that it might just make you pause. According to a translated article from a Ukrainian newspaper, yes, this story is that strange that it was in a Ukrainian newspaper.
Uh-huh.
It alleges that Russian soldiers in the late 1980s shot down a UFO, and when they did, they got turned to stone for doing it.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God!
Yes.
I'm gonna yell again.
They were literally petrified. So here's how it supposedly, and I'm going to put that in air quotes.
There's our 90-second mark.
Supposedly, now, somewhere in Siberia, a Russian military unit spotted a low-flying, unidentified aircraft. They obviously did what any Cold War military squad would do, and they shot it out of the sky.
Sure.
Now, 5 humanoid beings emerged from that wreckage. But instead of surrendering, or as ET would have done, phoned home, these entities merged into a glowing sphere of energy.
Sure.
Now, seconds later, boom! A blast of blinding light, and 23 soldiers were turned into solid stone statues, the big 3 S's. Now, 2 of those reportedly survived. Why? Because they were shielded by the shadows. So, key learning so far in the story, and I think we're only about 13 seconds in, is that if something like this happens to you, go to the shadow. Now, this may sound something like, what is Dave doing?
Showing that you're 3 minutes in and you still have half the story to go.
Before. No. You started that long before. Mine hasn't even hit 0 yet, just so you know.
It's because you didn't hit the start button.
So this probably sounds like something out of the X-Files, Dave, right?
Yeah.
So much
Just
so.
the X-Files. Probably like X-Files meets Clash of the Titans. But here's the kicker. And I know you guys were waiting for me to give you the kicker, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's the damn kicker.
Love the kicker.
This wasn't tabloid fodder. This was documented and translated by the CIA. Now, to be clear, they didn't claim it was true, but they did find it interesting enough to put into their archives. So think about that for a moment. Are you going to waste valuable ink and paper if it's not true? Of course not. So, was it Cold War disinformation? Was it folklore wrapped in a military uniform? A mushroom-fueled liver dream? Fever dream.
Liver dream?
Yeah, sorry. Or was this a very real moment where something truly not from this earth fixed its power in a very final way? Now, the 4 of us may never know. But this is what I want you to leave yourself with, okay? End of the show.
Yeah.
Ask yourself this. If this were just a tall tale, as some may assume it is, why did the CIA bother to translate it and tuck it away in their forever files?
Funsies?
What was the time? 87 seconds.
4 minutes and 48 seconds.
There's no way.
Nailed it.
It was like
Called
the
it.
paragraph. How could it take
Called
that?
it.
PJ Thompson has an interesting take on the way you read because you're always the last one. It's a marathon. Chachi just hates to say goodbye.
Right.
I wonder if that's true.
Yeah.
Does my subconscious say, don't leave the show? You leave the show, you may leave the earth. Stay on the show.
That's a little bit of a leap, but why not? Sure. Exciting times. Good times always had by the lovely group here at the Paranormal 60 News. And it's come to that time, folks. It's come to the end of the program. It always happens much too fast. I know. You probably are going to miss it as much as I am, but we will be back next Wednesday with more news. But tonight we covered invisible flames, summoned UFOs, haunted cemeteries, and a ghost that still loves a good punchline. Tonight's headlines were anything but ordinary, but that's why you're here. And so are we. From all of us, Dave, Chachi, Sweet Tea, and Greg, thanks for riding shotgun on the strange with us. And until next time, remember, the stories are real. The drinks are too. And we all know words is hard. We'll see you next week right here on the Paranormal 60 News.
Wednesday night and I'm alone. The paranormal 60s on. It's just for paranormal freaks like me, with poltergeists and ghosts and blues and UAPs. You miss a word, you do a shot. It starts a snowball and we laugh a lot. It's just like drinking with your TV friends. I'll be passed out before tonight's show ends. Dreaming the aliens are taking me away. I'll go wake up till sometime late on Saturday. It's Wednesday night and I'm alone. The paranormal 60s on. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Sweet tea, Chachi and the Colonel and the Paranormal Detective all read Schrader's copy and they all will be corrected. He's got protected bracelets and some crazy magic tricks. Even Scully cannot save him from the voice of Stevie Nicks. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. It's Wednesday night, don't be alone. The paranormal 60s on. Now one day Dave might even put me on his show. There's a ghost in my mom's basement, man, I live down there, I know. It's Wednesday night, don't be alone. The paranormal 60s on. Schrader's on. Words is hard.
Before we say goodnight, I do want to take just a few seconds with all of you to join me. Our good friend Mark Lanou, who was a guest on the show last week, he's in our chat room right now. He did release some information earlier this evening. He says, my sweetheart, my love, my soulmate, Lisa Ladner Lanou, was placed on life support today. Please offer up your thoughts and prayers for her and for the health professionals helping her through this. So please do us a favor, keep Mark Lanou and his wife, Lisa, in your thoughts and prayers. If you work in an energy or healing modality, please send energy, healing, and any positivity you have to his wife. Thank you, Mark. We love you. Thank you for being such an active part of our family, and we'll pray for all of you. Thank you.